A very proud one. But you see, in Ogasco, we like to acknowledge truth and give the credit where it is due. So to all our mobile friends, we say congratulations. You have done well. You have done well. Congratulations for winning the Super Zonals title for Central Region for this year. You beat us fair and square. So you have done well. And this came after St. Augustine's won twice on a trot. So the sports page of myjoyonline.com has the story of how the Infantipim boys did it. And of course, later this week, we'll bring you some exclusive pictures and features on the 2020 conquest at the Super Zonals. We'd like to refer to it as Super Zo. So you just stay tuned with us on Joy Sports, online, on TV, and on radio as we bring you these special packages. But you know, the win by Infantipim School spurred us on to win today's edition of the regional contest in the National Science and Maths Quiz. Now, here are the scores. St. Augustine's College, 41 points. Infantipim School, 28 points. Apam Senior High School, 26 points. Winneba Senior High School, 25 points. TIMAS, 25 points. And Potton Senior High School, 25 points. So all of these stories are online, and of course you can just click and have a very good read. Now, another set of must-reads online are the backstories and special features and articles on the Ghana Premier League. For instance, why King Faisal cannot get the results despite playing well. And also the 10 reasons why this Premier League is more exciting after 10 match days. Also, there are articles about how the foreign coaches are faring, as well as comprehensive match reports. And you know, talk about the Ghana Premier League. I want to commend all the clubs for their efforts in promoting it. Now, since Dreams FC, that time, we had the likes of Dreams FC join, and they have been exceptional in terms of packaging and branding. Others have followed since, but of course we need to reserve a special mention for Legon Cities FC, which was rebranded from WA All Stars. You know, Legon Cities FC may not necessarily be getting the 100% results every match day, but they surely have brought color to the game in a very big way and have been consistent with it. So today we want to zoom the lens in on Legon Cities FC. Let me give you a few specific examples. So, for instance, the players of the club wore special smocks, their attire from northern Ghana, for their game against Ashanti Gold in the early stages of the Ghana Premier League. Also, they have had, a free entry strategies for all female football fans who go to visit to watch their games at home at the Accra Stadium. Away from that, ahead of the start of the season, they spiced up social media with many very attractive pictures of the club's bus. Away from that as well, Legon Cities FC have ensured that they give fans an experience and not just go watch a game and go home. I'm talking about the entertainment packages that are fitted within these games. We've seen the likes of Shatawale, Kwesi Arthur, Medical, Wendy Shea. All of them have passed through all of these games and have entertained the fans. So here to do the discussions with me is a man who's seen it all in terms of football. He has played at the Africa Cup of Nations, he's played at the FIFA World Cup, and he is one of Ghana's most capped footballers of all time. Now, he's played his football in the Ghana Premier League, in the English Premier League, and in leagues outside of there. He has also coached in the South African Premier League and currently serves as a director of Legon Cities FC. Ladies and gentlemen, John Paintsil, the JP4, is here with me in the studio. My brother, thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome.
Akule.
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Charlie. I like your haircut, man.
Thank
Charlie,
you, thank you.
You know, I see that the grays are coming gradually.
We
are all getting the grays.
Yeah, we are getting there gradually.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're going to get into the discussions in a bit, and I'm loving that T-shirt that you have on. I hope I have my customized copy in your car. Okay, so John Paintsil is here with me live in studio for the Joy Sports Link today. He is our main guest for the show. But of course, there are a few things to do before we get to the main discussion. Now, remember that we're building up to the Formula One season for 2020. And during the week, I'm sure that all of you monitored what happened in the international media as each team released their official car for the season. Now, here with me, as usual, is the usual suspect. That's the man. He has a very nice, T-shirt on as well.
Very neutral.
So a Ferrari T-shirt and a Mercedes cap. Isn't this interesting? I'm wondering where the allegiance lies. Kwabena, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too, Nat.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me what's been happening. I mean, what happened in the off season? I mean, it's been a very long time.
Yeah, it's been over about 76 days since the 2019 season ended, and people are itching to get back into the 2020 season. Of the Formula One. So this week, a lot of teams have been launching their cars. Also, just to put it out there, we know the Chinese Grand Prix has been postponed because of boss coronavirus. And so we're still counting down. We have just about a month to the first Grand Prix in Australia. But this week we saw Mercedes launching their car. We saw the Toro Rossos being rebranded into AlphaTauri. They've actually launched even a fashion line alongside their car. We saw the Renault giving us a glimpse of their car. We saw a lot of these cars showing up in the system. Next week they are going to round up with the last 4 teams to launch their cars. And these guys are all looking up to 20 seasons. The McLarens are now having a new Mercedes engine in their car, so they are really gunning for the middle section and trying to up their game. Renault are coming back very strong. Even the Toro Rossos are also going to show the exceptions in Formula One. This season will be plenty fun. Everybody says their car is fast, but as usual, Max Verstappen was taunting Lewis with the mind game, saying that he thinks he's a good driver, but you can take him on.
Okay.
Lewis was asked a beautiful question: what do you think about Max's conversation? And he said he does talking on the track.
Can you just quickly run me through some of the very special features that these new cars for the season have, and what we should be looking out for as fans?
Well, the 2020 cars are just a prelude into the 2021 major changes in Formula One vehicles. Sure. I know this season they are going to allow more of chasing. Okay. So there will be much more of drivers catching up and more overtakings with the cars that are coming in. They've done a few tweaks here and there. Also, this is like the final season for these type of cars. 2021 is bringing in new cars, so they are basically using the 2020 as a prelude into the 2021 season. So everybody is saying that we have the best cars. We've tweaked our aerodynamics. We've changed a few things at the back. We've changed a few things at our suspension levels. Mercedes is saying that they've improved their suspension, their heating problems are over. And Lewis also thinks that he's not going to say he's going to gun in for the 7th championship, but he's going to compete. Ferrari is saying that they've launched their SF1000, which is for them the best car that they've launched because they are celebrating their 1000 race this season. So that's why the car is actually called the SF. Scuderia Ferrari 1000. Okay. So they are actually gunning for a championship in a long time, which has not come their way in a long time. So, and they've actually made it clear that they are actually not going to sign Lewis. They've actually made it clear, and that Vettel is their top driver. But we all know the young chap. A
very big scare for the Mercedes fans during the week when that story popped up, and there was a lot of talk about how there was a possibility of
Yeah, well, it did, but Mercedes, they like playing mind games when it comes to the launch of their. Even during testing, they will come out and say, "Oh, our car has this issues," and on the day of the race, they win the race. So for me, they like to do the talking on the tracks, and then leave all the mind games and things to the other teams. But I think everybody has a good car. From what I've seen, from even the Renault guys, you know, and they have some of the two best drivers in F1, Esteban Ocon and Ricardo. Daniel Ricardo. So it's going to be an exciting season. You know,
let's talk about our fans and shouts to F1 Ghana. Look, it's been buzzing with so much activity. You know, I just love the bits where, you know, people just bring pictures of, you know, the sweet machines, you know, and all of those antiques that we saw at the weekend.
My brother. As soon as McLaren launched their car that day, somebody posted the McLaren from that fleet in the group and said, dude, that's a McLaren right here in Accra.
Anyway, congratulations to you, my brother Kennedy, on your marriage at the weekend. Okay, so listen, the fans, what should we look out for this season?
Well, there's a lot for us this season. 22 F1 viewing parties, you know.
Wow.
And we're starting off on the 15th of March at the Labadi Beach. In fact, it's on the 13th of March that we're checking in.
2 days after my birthday. It will be wild.
At the Labadi Beach Hotel. So Labadi Beach is going to give us a nice package. We're going to announce the package. Fans will be able to check in, have breakfast, watch the race, everything at Labadi. Entry is free. You can come from home at dawn.
My love experience people are still there.
They're still there. They're still enjoying. You know, Australian Grand Prix is at dawn.
Yeah,
it's a dawn race. So you can come from home or you can check in at Labadi at a very sweet rate and enjoy your stay there. We have a lot for our fans this season. Even people will win gifts to travel and watch live races and all that. And this season we have a lot of locations. You know, we have new locations, we have normal locations.
Charlie, and talk about, you know, 13th March. You know, it's 2 days after my birthday, so Doc and I need to have a special drink.
Doc.
You know. Shouts to you, Dr. Santiapia. We miss you.
Doc is in a coded location currently, and he says he couldn't be here.
Charlie, national security will come for you.
That's why I said coded location.
All right, so a lot to look forward to. Definitely.
A lot to look forward to this season. We have a lot of gifts coming on. But you know, Formula One has a lot of car representatives in Ghana in terms of the motor industry. We have Renault, we have Honda, Mercedes. We even have the Alfa Romeos. They've also launched their car and all that. So, I mean, all of these guys, we're talking to them. We're going to have a very nice package for our fans, and everybody's going to be able to enjoy Formula One this season.
Great. Governor, thank you so much.
Thank you too, nice. Thank you very much.
You know, but for the viewing parties, they are not coded locations. It's open and out there for all to see. 22 big races, and the previews are going to be here. The discussions are going to be here. You, the people who consume all of these big international sporting events, you will be here in the studio to do your own analysis. Remember, Joy Sports and the Multimedia Group are a major media partner, or main media partner for F1 in Ghana. Would also like to say a very big thank you to our friends at MultiChoice DSTV. So you're still here live on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. We're getting into the discussions this afternoon. Later on, we will, do a little detour and go to Europe. As you're all well aware, Manchester City are facing a very uncertain immediate future in the European, competitions. They have been slapped with a 2-year ban, and this was announced on Friday. So we'll be doing some analysis on it later on. But right now, let's talk about what's happening right here on the ground. There is a club that is referred to as the flashiest side in the Ghana Premier League currently, and you just ask yourself, what is it that is is creating all of this, and what is it that is the motivation to continue maintaining that level of consistency in the Ghana Premier League. Since the start of the year, we've been very heavy on how to get the Ghana Premier League back there as a very good product that everybody else can consume, that will be that very, very big golden pot that everybody can benefit from. So here with me in studio once again is a director of the club who is known and loved greatly for what he's done, wearing the Ghana shirt and some of his exploits outside the football pitch as well. Coach John Paintsil, the man of many parts, aka Empa Womb. Empa Womb. Okay, so if anybody is wondering what that accolade is, it's just basically talking about how footballers can go to very good camping locations and what a particular camping location has good facilities for
Right.
resting.
Yeah, right.
That's the explanation, right? My brother, thank you once again.
Yeah,
good to have you. Good
You're
to have
welcome,
you.
You're welcome, bro.
Okay, so let's just backtrack a little bit. The rebranding was done from Wa All Stars to Legon Cities FC. Some signings were done, and then you hit the ground running. It must be very tough. I mean, laying all of the foundations. I mean, I know that in the background and one-on-one, we've had several conversations about this thing and how you kept telling me about how you wanted to recruit a new set of football fans within that side of town to get them to start loving our game, and you wanted to use different strategies and all of that, and finally it got started. But the starting stages, getting the structures in place, how did it go?
Well, like you said, we discussed before, when the Wild Stars was bought, that was somewhere a year now. So at that time, we were preparing how we're going to do it to make it better for our country. Because like I will start from, we came for all. It's not only Legon cities, but it's not only people who live in Legon, but it's all around the country.
Okay.
So we want to be part of Ghana football. We also want to change Ghana football by also bringing a lot of people on board. Football, we all know football is entertainment.
Yeah.
You see? So running football it's a big business, and it's not something that could be a one-man show. So you need a structure before you can go in to a good business football club like what we have started now. And this is just the beginning, and our people are going to understand. And I know there's a question going around why bringing artists to the stadium all the time, but they should understand that the artists are also people who entertain the fans, and fans love them. So we don't want to have a situation whereby people will say, "Oh, I want to support only football." You see, we have footballers, football fans. We have musicians, people who love the music.
Exactly.
So we are trying to bring everybody together. Like we all know, football brings a lot of people together. So we have our structures. We said, okay, we're going to have our media office. We're going to have our marketing people. We're going to have doctors, physios, coaches, head coach, assistant coaches. We have all the department where people who are working in will also benefit from salaries and all. It's also giving back to our people, because now, if I'm not lying, we have some clubs who don't have what we have now. We're a new team. We say we have our own bus. When we are coming, we need to present ourselves like a professional football club. We all the players go through the medical checkup before you sign the contract, because we need to check your joints and how long you can run and all. Because you can't put player on the field while you don't know his condition. Excuse me, my player might die on the field, and you need to know. So we want our players to be more harmony. So building a team, you need department and then a good structure. See, so we have a department, we have structures we put in place, which we are still on. We have our website, we have our Twitter account, we have all the social media so that people will know what we are doing.
Yeah.
So this is not something that we are here to do and stop on the way. Okay, let's put the results aside. The results will come. This is the beginning. It's difficult, It's not that easy. That people will stand outside and say, "Oh, it's easy," but it's not easy.
No, but money has gone in. A lot of money has gone into this venture, and putting up, this kind of consistency within the league in terms of your branding and your presence in people's faces.
Right. This is how it should be done. You start with something. And of course, we have a lot of companies, big companies, who want to invest their money in the good things. You see, like for instance, this club has its own bank accounts, okay? So we are paying the players. So we are saying that we don't want a situation whereby monthly player will come to the office and said, I need my money in the envelope. It's time for end of the month. We need our money. We don't do that. We are saying that automatically the money go to the player account, so the player won't come to the office and stress. He knows if it's 25th, 26th, he knows the money is coming. So we have account for the club, and then the money goes from the club accounts to the players. Everybody that is working for the club will benefit from there. But if you don't put those things in place and you go out there and look for sponsorship, nobody wants to give their money to individual person. If the account is in my name, John Paintsil, and I'm coming to Joy FM for sponsorship, they are not going to give their money to me because they know the money is going to John Paintsil.
Yeah.
But the money is going to the brand that everybody loves to see, everybody wants to invest inside. So I think that is the whole image that we are trying to put up. The money will go. The money will come at the right time. Because if you are starting looking at people's faces that you want money from somewhere, if I come to you, Nathaniel, please give me money, let me run the club. Give us money, let us run this club. What have I done? I haven't done anything to show to Ghanaians or football lovers that have done something that will push them to. But now we are starting to do our own. The money is coming from one person's pocket. You understand? So while he's doing that, people will stand and say, oh, this is a good brand. If I invest in it, if I put my company to support, I also benefit. Because what we are doing is not only in Ghana here that people have noticed, but in the whole world, everybody that loves football, follow Ghana football, it's watching, seeing what we are doing. So we plan to do this. It's not like we just want to do show off or anything. We are not doing show off. We want to clean Ghana football. We want the image of Ghana football to come back to its home. So whilst we have started buying buses, trying to do more promo, bringing artists on board, but artists are also part of us because we are in the same entertainment. And football too is a gentleman game that brings people together. So we know what we are doing, and we don't want a situation whereby companies will sit down and say, oh, these people, I think they had it all, so let us relax. No, we want them on board. Anyone who wants to put something in, who wants to invest in the club, why not? The door is open because we all want to bring the image of Ghana football. When you go to South Africa, you will see it. It's perfect. You see the way they brand their teams, coming to the stadium with convoy, and then live after match, pre-match conference, before the match there's a pre-match, you see. So everything is in order. We don't have to say and say all of us must start together. One will start and then another will follow. Then from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we'll be moving forward. And very soon, I believe the second division and the first division teams will also follow.
Well, if you just joined us, yes, it's the unmistakable voice of ex-Ghana international John Paintsil. Now, John Paintsil, after a sterling career, has decided to go into big-time football management. And of course, his club, Legon Cities FC, are doing something very, very wonderful for the pushing of the agenda of the Ghana Premier League and getting it back to a very, very admirable product. The reason why we're using them as a case study here today on the Joy Sports Link. Your comments are very much welcome. It's +233 244 340 437 or 0244 340 437. Remember, we're celebrating 25 years of joy, 25 years of media excellence. And we'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you for coming along with us on this journey as we look ahead to the next 25 years. So keep the messages coming in. We'll be delving into different areas of the operations as a club and how all of this is affecting the output of the Ghana Premier League, the look and feel of the Ghana Premier League. And you send me a message as well and tell me what positive thing as well you've noticed about the Ghana Premier League branding wise. It could be what Legon Cities FC are doing. It could be what Dreams FC is doing. It could be what Accra Hearts of Oak is doing. What is it that you feel is happening that could just turn things around as we all wish to happen? Now, tell me something as well. I see a big name and a big character as Fatau Dauda in the squad. Now, Fatau Dauda has great experience playing for the Black Stars, winning league titles outside of this jurisdiction, gaining experience in other leagues, and so how easy and difficult was it convincing him to be part of the story, the start story at your side when all of this came together?
Well, Fatao is he's a leader in our team.
Sure.
And I mean, we've been together in the national team before he joined the team in Nigeria. So then I was still communicating. We communicate very, very well. We chat, we talk. Anytime. I remember when I retired, I went to South Africa. He came to Orlando, Paris.
Very well.
We also met, we talk.
Yeah. And
then I was already a coach. So I told him one day we will work together. But we didn't know where we were going to land.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he left to Nigeria.
Mm.
Then after my service in South African Kaizer Chiefs, I came home and then trying to put up some small team with a friend, put them together. So anytime Fatah is in Ghana, he'll call me, then I'll ask him to come, so I'll train him. So I was training Fatah for till now, let's say 2.5 years now. Before All Stars came in, so then he was still playing there.
I see.
So I told him, this is what we have in the pipe, but if everything goes well, you'll be our number one goalkeeper. So tell those people that when your contract runs out, you are not going to renew it. You are coming home and then help us.
Wow.
So we all laugh about it, and then anytime he's in Ghana.
And it wasn't difficult convincing him that, look, this should be the direction for you once your contract runs out over there.
No, because Fatah is somebody who believe in me, because in the national team I was there for the youngsters.
Yeah.
Because I was there for so many years before he came, and I also help him in terms of confidence, believing in himself.
Yeah.
So he knows that John has played good impact in me during my time in the national team, and yes, he's still a national asset. So he's not somebody that I'm not somebody that can lead him to a bad place. And also, it's the premiership that he's going to play. Play in Nigeria, play in Ghana. I mean, he's his home, and then our game is even higher than there in Nigeria. I won't make mistake about it.
Okay.
So,
okay, good. Yeah. This is a good place you've landed us at. Now, there's always been this argument. I mean, people have even said that even now. And I remember very well, back during the times of Kwesi Nyantakyi's administration, he would say confidently, like, look, our league in terms of quality is better than what we have in South Africa, but then obviously South Africa has better sponsorship and they have better branding and packaging because of which they are out there.
Right.
What do you think as well? I mean, you've tasted, both sides of it and all of that. What's your view on it in terms of the quality and the rating? I mean, where would you put us? Because look, Nigeria is a powerhouse in West African football. Cote d'Ivoire is. Even Mali now are showing a lot of face. Where would you place us in terms of rating of our Premier League and the quality of the game that we sell to the fans?
Yeah, let's say the quality of the game, we still need to do more on it, do better. But when it comes,
at least we are better than the Nigerian Premier League.
Nigeria Premier League.
Okay.
That one, there's no mistake about that.
Okay.
It's true. I mean. So in terms of quality, we just started. We are on the 10th game now,
week 10,
and then so we are still going and see how the players are coming. It's been more than a year and a half.
Sure.
We haven't tested the league, so the boys. So it will take time for them to. After 7 months, you see the different kind of players that we will be able to bring up and then show people what we can do.
Sure.
So Fatah is our leader. And he's the future for the club in terms of after he's retiring, he still have a place in the team.
I see.
So when you are building a team, you need people with a great character. People that you think that you can benefit from, not somebody who just come in and then go. You are building a team, having people that in future, when one is not there, is one there to assist. So. When you talk about Fatah is my longtime friend, and he's back home, and we are proud to have him in the team.
Fatal is a great guy. There's no doubt about that. And you're still here live on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. This is where we bring you all the compelling conversations that you need to listen to because they have an effect on the total big picture of our sport, whether it's local or international. Here with me in studio is John Paintsil, a long-time player and committed one at that of the Black Stars. He's captained at a certain point, and of course he has a great story to tell when it comes to playing for the national team. He's had a great career as a professional as well, playing around the world, and now he serves as director of Legon Cities FC. I mean, they are the cash money side when it comes to football terms. Okay. Let's see what you're going to tell me when I ask you this. Look, I mentioned earlier that you have spent money. So can you at least quantify what you've done between week 1 and week 10? Running a club like this. I mean, sometimes, and I'm asking this because sometimes we also need the fans to appreciate where you guys are coming from regarding what is being invested in the game. Because as we speak, the Ghana Premier League only has, a broadcast rights sponsor who has given everybody, every club, $30,000. That's it. So if we go the rest of the season without confirming a headline sponsor, then $30,000 is what you get. If you don't win the main title and get something extra, then that's it. Can you give me a rough idea? What it's like?
Well, Nathaniel, the 30,000 you mentioned, even before the league started, we have already spending more than that.
I see.
The club has already spending more than that in terms.
And this is supposed to be a small club, Legon Cities.
Getting new players,
I see.
Salaries, buying them from their managers and all. You see, so that 30,000 you mentioned, like I said, we love the game and we want to change a lot of things in Ghana football. So we are not here to show off, mention figures or all. We want to tell the fans that whatever we do to make them happy, to come and support the team, that's what we are doing. But we won't quote any figures. We will do whatever we want to do. As far as they are going to be happy and support the team and keep the team going, we will do that.
What have you had regarding, the feedback, the comments from people you've met since you got on this venture? I'm sure you've recruited some new fans as well. Some who have left other clubs to come and join you.
Yeah, like I said, when you are doing well, players like comfort. You see, if the player is happy, he will play to a certain level. Even you, the chairman, the coach, you won't even understand, which I have been there before. If a player is not happy, you will never get results from him. So what we want to do is we want the players to be happy. We want the players to behave as professionals. We give everything that the players need. And of course, players also talk to their colleagues. Oh, here it's fantastic. We are happy. We get whatever, our boot, our shin pad, medicals, everything is free. The club is feeding us, giving us food. At the same time, they pay us every month. Some clubs will not give you a salary and at the same time give you food as well. So we are trying to make the players feel more comfortable so that they can work, because footballers need a peace of mind. So like I said, this is just the beginning. Very soon, I think if we do well, we'll follow our directions well and do what we want to do in Ghana football. All the players, good players who want to be more comfortable, will come to us. Yes, because every good player wants to be a place where they can trade their professional to the highest level. And Legon cities are the place that the players can trade well and also have their way of getting to the national team or going outside or playing good football here and make good money. Because what we are also doing is we make sure that the players' money goes to their bank accounts so that the players can also work in hand, good relationship with the banks. Because when you go to South Africa, example, players are not comfortable or rush to go to Europe. Why? Because they are comfortable home. They get their salary in time. The bank can give them loans to buy. They're able to drive good cars. I remember. Yes, drive a car. At the Cresta Mall, when I saw, your club's goalkeeper, he was sitting in a sweet machine. Yes. Yeah. They change cars anytime. They buy houses. You don't have to take all your money to buy houses. But once your money is coming to the bank, the bank will be able to
track the flow of your income and
they know your
gauge
income are coming.
Yeah.
So if you need something, the bank will
pre-finance. Yeah.
Yes. So you can still be in Ghana here, play your league, play for your club, and then get whatever you want to get than going to Europe. Those who are playing in Europe, what they want is to buy cars and also get home, get good houses, get good family. If you also have your account, your money is coming every time. You can do the same. So we want our players to be comfortable. It's not that we are getting you to take you to Europe. We want to make sure that you are happy in the club playing. We will be worried to send you to Europe so that we can recover what we are spending. So we don't want the players to be burdened of themselves, pushing themselves to go to Europe. We, the club, need to make sure that we recover what we are spending. So we want the players to be more
focused on the
game. Not to, okay, I'm going to Legon Cities because I will go to Europe. No, the links are there. Of course, we are working towards that we push our players to Europe and then marketing them. But we want the players to focus on their game because it's not their business to tell us to take them to Europe. So any player that is coming to the team, any player that has a contract, is very, very happy here, to be honest with you. And our doors are open for all the good players. When I say good players, not only players who play football, but players with a good character, good behavior. When we give you instructions, you take it. Because we have a system that we are playing. We have a white coach who have seen it all, who have a pro license, and then he know what he's doing. So we don't want a situation when a player come in and you don't know his left and right, behave anyhow. Because we want decent players, good players in all. So we want quality player who has it all. It's not only about how you play, but it's about you being a good human being.
Well, thank you very much. It's just about 8 minutes to the top of the hour, 1 p.m. We're going till 2 p.m. here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. The JP4, the man who used to wear the number 4 jersey for the Black Stars in the back, is here with me. He's sitting in front of me. Let's do some messages now. And this one from Wilson in Cantonment says, I'm happy John Paintsil of Legon Cities is right in there and comprehensively rolling out the activities to promote the game. In case of popular stands, in any case, the popular stands are not being patronized. 10 Ghana cedis for popular stands is no joke for a lot of people. Instead of saying women should come in free, that should be replaced by reducing the gate fees at the popular stands, especially behind the goal post. So that, and he says that it should be 2 cedis and the maximum gate fees should not be more than 40 Ghana cedis for the VVIP. Okay, so Wilson, thank you very much for your suggestion. So he's saying that make it 2 Ghana cedis so that the popular stand will be filled because that's where the buzz is.
Of course, he's right to, come in and tell us what he thinks. And, we are there for them. The supporters, without them, the team can go because we want to bond with them. And we love them so much. Already what they are showing to the club, it's amazing. We can't thank them. And then we want to tell them there's more coming. So, yeah, I think this goes to the marketing side, the marketing team, which the message will be sent to them. So we will address that.
Okay. So very, very soon, you may just have, the popular stand going for 2 Ghana cedi. And when you get 2 Ghana cedi, you can go and watch an artist perform. You watch very good football and some nice goals.
It's not confirmed yet.
All right, so let's do this message as well. It's from Godwin in North Kanishi. It says, Nats, good show always. I think John and Legon Cities are doing well. But I think what they need more is experienced players in the team. I was at the stadium last night and their match against Olympics, and they could have won easily if they had shown more purpose. I think the fans are loving the games. I have watched 11 matches so far and will be going to watch Inter Allies versus Chelsea this afternoon. Still loving my Doma experience last week. Hearts versus Adriana Stars was fantastic. The referee decisions were good. And we had a good game as well. Thank you very much, Godwin in North Kanishi. Now we should start a competition for the fans who watch the most games. Yours is a good record. 11 matches so far. Wow. On match day 10. Very good. Great stuff. and that's very encouraging to hear from you, Godwin in North Carnation. Remember, the text console is very open for your messages. It's 0244-340437. If you're watching or following us from outside of Ghana, remember to prefix with +233. John, you spoke about about hiring also the best possible technical brains, and that makes me just wonder. So where is your coaching career headed now? I mean, you at a certain point, were in charge, and then when the business decision came in and you merged and changed brands, now you're playing a different role in the club. You did fantastic, assisting at Kaiser Chiefs in the South African Premier League.
Right.
Many people are of the view that if you had stayed on, you probably would have ended up becoming a head coach and moved on to do even more.
Right.
What's the situation now? What do you want to do? Is it on hold? Is it something you don't want to do anymore? Are you going to go into full-time administration? Which is which?
No. I was the coach for the club, and I think 2 weeks before the league started, there was a decision that was coming from the FA, the licensing committee, that if you don't have CAF A license, you can't be at the bench. And the license I came from South Africa was equivalent to C, because I had just finished my career.
I see.
And then I did my development. That's why I was able to assist Steve Compeller, because when you're holding such certificate, you can only be assistant coach. So I came to Ghana and I joined the coaching association. So we were told that the course will commence soon until the late hour when the decision came, as those who don't have the A licenses. Not knowing that decision has been there since, but I didn't know. Yeah, but I was hoping that the chance will come, or the course will commence soon, so that I'll be able to do it, for me to continue my coaching. So it was a bit slapped to me that I cannot use the one I came with from South Africa, but I have to wait until I get the CAF A. So we have to make a decision. At that time too, I brought Waid, who was assisting me before, and also Najao. He was the former goalkeeper trainer for local Black Stars.
Sure.
And also, of course, he was the goalkeeper trainer for Wild Stars.
Very well.
And so I also invited him to come.
Okay.
And there was Iwa Ibrahim, who also came as a player, former Kingfisher striker.
Okay.
So I looked at his move and I told him, no, you should work with me as a coach. I had that experience when Steve Compeller told me, John, don't stay long. You can be a coach. So I had that thing also in me that I have to also help him. So he also became our coach. So when it comes to the technical side, we were good. So when that decision came, we sat down and said, what is happening is if I don't make it, then why you take in charge, then the rest will follow.
Okay.
Yeah, but it got to a point that we see that no, we need more experience to handle the team. And also the coach that we have him here, honestly, he is doing us a favor. He didn't come to take in charge as a head coach. He came as a technical director. Okay. But since we wanted the experience, and then who has been there, who have that experience to take the team going, we push him by force to to take that role. So
very well.
Yeah, we are very honored and then very respect way to that we are giving him for accepting that job, because coming to a place that you don't know, you know that you're coming for one thing, now you go here, things change. So he's doing so well where he has brought the team to, and I know he's going to do more. So my case is that I'm still studying, and then at the same time working for the club, and waiting for the opportunity for the course to come, so that I will be able to. Because once I get my certificate, I'm ready to handle it.
I see. Okay, there's a message from Apia Kubi, who's listening and following the show from Virginia, USA. He says, hi, Nat. These years, the Ghana Premier League is in comparison with other African football leagues. I can conclude that the Ghana Premier League manifests a significantly higher competitive balance than other African leagues. What we can do to maintain this current competitiveness is to get the sponsorship so that we can maintain the players in the country instead of just selling them out to teams in countries like Tanzania. Okay, thank you very much for that message. It's coming from Apia Kubi in Virginia, USA. But obviously, the decision by the club licensing board to keep certification or qualification of coaches at a certain minimum was a good one. You agree with it, don't you?
Yeah, it was a good call because then anyone can come and say he's a coach. Anyone can come and then claim that he's a top coach. So, I mean, doing the right and get the right certificate, like I said, football is a business. See, you cannot just go to a bank and said, without certificates, you want to be a bank manager or you want to be an accountant.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good call. Although it was a bit frustrating, to prepare the boys for a year. You build a good system that you're going to enjoy with your players. You know that the players you have, no team can stand you. And 2 weeks to go, such news. But these things also tells me that it was a good call because I might hit back in the future when there's a right opportunity to even get to the national team. Then the CAF will say you don't have a CAF license, so you can't go to the national team.
You're looking forward to it, aren't you? One day to get that opportunity to become coach of the Black Stars.
We want to help our country when it comes to football because we've been there, we've played, we know where we can go around and then get the trophy back. You see, so we need to support each and every one. So like I said, I was looking forward, but it's also a way to advise me do the right thing so that when the right moment comes,
you can take the opportunity.
You won't miss it. Yeah.
Well, these are the words of John Paintsil, who's here live with me in studio for today's Joy Sports Link here on Joy 99.7 FM. Remember, we're celebrating 25 years of Joy and 25 years of media excellence. We're grateful to all of you for being here with us along the way. Let's do this message from Stephen in Hatcho. It's a question, actually. Why the name Legon Cities? Okay.
Stephen, it's easy. Legon Cities. Legon is a big province. And we have Legon Hills. We have South Legon. And then we have Adjungano Legon, East Legon. So it's a very big place.
Yeah.
You see, from Legon, if I'm not lying, Legon is from Oyarifa to how do you call this place? To where Fiesta Royal.
Jolu, all the way down.
It's very big.
Yeah.
So when you say Legon Cities, it's for those people who live around there. But what we are saying is, it doesn't belong to all of them.
Okay.
Legon City is for all Ghanaians.
Team New Biadia.
So we came for all. Why?
There's a message from Sakatu. Sakatu is saying, ask John, who is the rightful owner of the club? He shouldn't be diplomatic about the answer, but he should be honest about it. Now, he's always been a very nice guy and very likable. I'm enjoying the program from Italy. Okay, Sakatu, thank you so much. And the message is, he says you're a nice guy and he likes listening to you. Okay, so the question, please go ahead.
Well, like I said, I'm a second director, so that tells you how many people on board. But the main chairman called King Atiku is the man who, when he starts something, he don't stop. So let's get it right there.
Okay. All right. Some more messages. I'm retrieving a few more messages from our WhatsApp call. So remember, it's 0244340437. I congratulate Captain John Paintsil and the team. They are doing good and they should keep it up. This is from OPK in Connecticut, USA. Thank you very much for that message there. We'll do other things, but generally, how do you see coaches performing in the Premier League?
Yeah, you could see the local coaches, they are doing very well. The league is competitive. When you look at the log, it looks very, very tight. Teams go away. It's not like before when you're going away, it's must lose. But this time, when you're going away, you can easily go and get a point or 3 points. that tells you that the officiating had been good. The referees are coming up and then trying to take responsibilities, and also the RFA too is doing very well to make sure that things go in the right places. One thing that we need to also understand as a coaches and players is that we must have like a design, drawing.
Okay.
When as a coach you should have your own system. A system that when you bring it out, people who understand the game will know that you are playing that system that you put up. Because before the kickoff, there will be a lineup. If you're going 4-4-2 or 3-5-2, when your players are playing, we are not saying it should be in that line, but one way or the other, it has to appear. And the players must also understand that the coaches have their own system and they want them to play their own system, because before a coach brings the tactics and all, you must have watched the opponent game. So whatever he needs to do with his players to capitalize that side, he must do it. But when in the situation, when you see players doing their own things on the field, when the coach is playing 4-4-2, ask the player to tuck in, the player will still stay on the line or stay in the, out of his position and all. It doesn't make the game more nice, more lovely, because those who understand football, we have supporters who don't know what this I'm talking about, but what they want is go, go, go. But there's a people who comes to watch and then learn and enjoy it. That's what I said, football people, they know. So it goes to the coaches and the players. But for it to be maintained, coaches must make sure if the player is not doing it, because you must play with the team. You can't play with players. Whoever is doing what you like, you use him. Because at the end of the day, you'll be fired. The player will stay. So the players should also help their coaches. If the coach is giving opportunity to play, you should know that the coach wants your service and he likes you to be in the team. So if you don't do it, then it's a way of telling the coach that I'm not ready to work for you. So it's an advice to the players and the coaches. Let your drawing appear on the pitch when people are watching. Like myself, if I come to the stadium and I'm sitting there and watching, I want to see all that, so I can speak very well after the game. So if I said, you the coach, you are not doing well, that means you are not doing well.
Yeah.
If I see the player is not doing what the coach is asking, I will know the player is not doing what the coach is asking him to do. So it's a good advice for both, so that our game will improve more and better. Because we're individual, the players are good on the ball, but to bring them together, it's very, very necessary.
Now, there's a message from Abu Dolo in Nima. He says, good afternoon to you all. I think Legon cities are good, but they have too many inexperienced players. They should at least add 3 experienced players in defense, midfield, and attack. The gate fee should go down to have more fans. And I wish Kotoko all the best. Thank you very much, Abu. Okay, so he says you should add 3 more experienced players, in the in various departments of the game.
Yeah, we do have experienced players. Yeah, we do have the back. We have Fatao there
in the post. Of course.
In the post, who command the back, the whole place. And then when you go up front, we have Nindem, we have Jeffrey, who has played the Premiership before. So we have them. It's a matter of time. Like somebody might say, "Oh, Legon cities, they are not scoring, they are not pushing." But we should understand that they are not playing the same system when I was there. Okay, it's now that the new coach is trying to give a new system to the place, and it's not going to be easy. It takes time, and we should be happy and proud of the way the coach Goram is taking the boys through, because for a short time you can't, like 10 matches, you can't say my players are ready to cope with the new system. But once they understand the system, they will kill many teams.
I see. Yeah. Tell me the kind of advantage that someone like you can have in the Premier League. For instance, that you have played in it, you've played in it, you've become a coach, and all of that. Is there any advantage whatsoever? I mean, you played for Brecum Chelsea at a certain point. Sorry, Brecum Arsenal. Sorry.
In terms of advantage,
yes, in terms of I mean, being ahead, understanding the game more, and all of that, does it give you any advantage whatsoever?
Yeah, I mean, to give it to the players, because when I'm sitting up there and watching, after that I'll speak to the coach. I've seen this, I've seen that. I think we need to improve from this side, and then you also listen and then you put into practice. So you can see Legon Cities every game we keep improving. We step up the game in terms of collective playing together as a team, and also trying to know the new system. Yeah, because I have played and then I know, like I was talking about, player body language. It will tell you whether the player is ready to play today or not. So if you are sitting up there and you see that player's body language is not up to the standard or what we are looking for, then you need to go to the dressing room and a hint that you've been there, you need to come up. If you are not focusing, or if you haven't drink enough water, or check your urine and all before. So, like you said, the advantage with the ex-players who have played to the highest level have is we know all, and we can put into the players. Yeah.
Now, you still have good relationships with your former clubs that you played for, in the foreign leagues, in the English Premier League, at West Ham, at Fulham, and all of that. How does that affect what you're doing here? Charlton Athletic and all. I mean, how can that positively affect what you're doing here?
I don't think it's affecting what I'm doing now, because it's a relationship and then a good communication. While they know that you are still kicking, you are still there, so you are still in the game. So, like when I go to my social media, whatever I do, I tag them so that they know. And some of them too, I communicate with them, I call them. So when the right time comes that they want to come in and get involved, it's the players, we want to bring our players for just a training tour. Those things can happen, and you never know. Player go there for training and they say, okay, we want him, we'll take him. The problem there in England is when you don't play a certain percentage in the national team, you won't be able to play there. But once they see that you are talented, then they know that there's a future. There's a way they can also take you to Europe for 6 months or a year to bring you back. So I'm having a good relationship with all of them, all the clubs that I've been working for. So,
Charlie, just in case you are traveling anywhere, to visit any of these clubs, just walk in and mention John Paintsil's name. Look, you will get VIP service. Anyway, you're still here on the Joy Sports Link, a little towards 1:15 p.m. And we're looking at various issues affecting especially our Ghana Premier League. We'll be doing a bit on the national teams as well. But let's take a look at this scenario where a small club as Legon Cities FC is using the very big Accra Stadium. Yesterday, for instance, I was having a conversation with one of your club officials, and I was telling them that I was imagining a scenario where the University of Ghana Stadium was ready, and you could use that place as a home ground. Right. But of course, not too far away from there is the Medina AstroTurf pitch.
Right.
Is it a place that you've considered? Have you considered using a smaller venue so that you can have that effect, and you could,
Yeah, I think like I mentioned earlier, that what we are doing, we have marketing, and we want to brand the team well. So you need a place where you can brand the team very, very well. You see, and talking about Legon University Stadium, it's a very good place, very good location. Yes, we have made a move towards it. So very soon we will see what will happen. But for now, we don't have a problem playing at the Accra Sports Stadium, because if you want to build a big brand, I think Accra Sports Stadium is the best place to do.
I see. But, so you don't want to move. You'd stay there.
Oh, like I said, we have something in the pipe, which I can't disclose it now. But at the right time, the fans and then the football lovers will definitely know.
Okay. Now, there's a message from Felix Adai, who's listening from Ohio in the U.S. He says, Nat, Legon Cities has brought some professionalism into the league, but they are really building a good brand, and it's rather unfortunate they are not winning much. But me, I feel across should go back to the bench. Tell him they should go for Mediama captain Zuta, and he will be a good addition to their side. Now, also, can you assure us that those who admire the team, that they will remain in the league? I feel that by next year there will be a better team. Okay.
Well, we are not here to take in some team's players.
Okay.
But if you've seen the player and is good to the club or for the system, player can be good to other teams, but the environment he finds himself is more comfortable to play well. He might be a very, very good player there, but when it comes to Legon City, he might not give the same. So we have a structure. We know what we want. So when we see him and we think he's good for our structure, then why not? We'll go on the right procedure, speak to the club, and all. So we are still searching. We are still looking. We want good players. We want quality players, of course. But we will make sure that we do the right thing.
Okay. Now, the Black Stars that you've been a very big part of, has seen has seen a switch managerially, and CK Akono is now in charge. The draw is set for the next set of qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup. I mean, you've played there before, and you have you've seen several generations of the Black Stars as well. Tell me what your thoughts are on CK, the Black Stars, and where we can go with a man like him at the helm.
Well, I think that position is a very huge position, and don't forget he has a contract for 2 seasons that he needs to also improve. For me, I think anybody that takes Black Stars job, it should be tough and easy. When I say tough and easy, the easy way is you've got all the materials. No coach will lack, because these current players that we have, no coach will go there and struggle for players. The tough way is all the players are big boys. Some are married, they have their own family, they are respectful boys, people respect them. So as a coach, you need to also be more disciplined and then be more respectful, respect them so that they will respect you back. You give them training that each and everyone will enjoy. You don't train players that are, after training, they will go to their hotel rooms and then start debating negative way. Once they do that, it will be a problem. So for me, CK is an upcoming coach, and he has coached a lot of teams in Ghana. But coaching the clubs are not the same as the national team. But here in the situation that we have the materials already, it's up to him to get them together and give them the right medicine so that they can perform. So I think the national team, as it stands now, is a job that any coach can go and take. Yeah.
I see. If you say giving them the right medicine or the right tonic, what exactly is it that he needs to give the team?
Yes. Because you have as a coach, you have your own system. The system comes before, then you have your philosophy. So the philosophy, you yourself as a coach, what you are is what you put in your players. How you behave. If you are late comer, your players will also be late comers. If you ask the player to report to the bus at 6 and the players are coming 6:15, 6:20, there you have a problem. So you, the coach, you yourself, you need to know that if you are a late comer coach, your players are going to be like that. So you need to change a lot of things that the players must understand. I'm the coach, and then I said everybody be in the bus at 6, everybody's in. If you come late, 1 minute late, you have yourself to blame, and I will question you. So you stand firm. You don't know anyone. What you know is all of them are your players. So you respect them in the same way. If you speak one to me, you speak one to others. If you speak one to me and you speak two to others, players like kids, they talk.
I see.
So if you don't stay in one lane, if you want to stay in the two tracks, then you will crash. That's why I said giving them good medicine is you stand there in one lane. You don't let players come around like they seen Alewa Toffee. Then they'll come and leak and go.
I see.
You must be a bit bitter. Your body must be bitter. Players cannot leak your body. But they will abide to your instructions and know that it's a nation that they are coming to serve.
Let me ask you this. Now, how difficult is it to balance, the friend character and the coach? Look at the example of a Sir Alex Ferguson character, for instance, where you see him, folds his arms, and I remember very well that recently David Beckham was sharing a story of, his adult years,
right,
where they met at a dinner and he was holding a glass of wine and having a conversation with Sir Alex Ferguson. And then at a point, it hit him that, hey, you're in front of Sir Alex. And then he put the glass behind him. And then he realized, hey, we're in 20-something. I mean, I'm a grown man now.
Right.
And then you look at a character like Jurgen Klopp, for instance, who will celebrate with the players, play with them, and all of that. How easy or difficult is it to marry that friend yet father character who's very disciplined and can get the guys to go?
To me, it's easy. Off the pitch, it's different. But on the pitch is, when you come to the office, like especially at training grounds, match days are different. Okay. Like me, when I see my players outside, I talk to them, I joke with them. But when we get to the office, that's our office. Like I always tell them, in the morning you see people in the traffic with their bow ties and a suit going to the office. So they have an office to go. From morning 6, some close at 8. You will come here for 2 hours or 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then you're out. This is your office. So you can't come to your office and then joke. Up the pitch, coaches are nice to players. They talk to them. This is what I've learned from a lot of coaches that I've worked with. And as at now, I can call myself as a powerful coach because players cannot intimidate me because I'm the one that is in charge. I'm the one who will be fired at the end of the day. So I must make sure that my philosophy is working everywhere I go. So you can balance it, being nice with the players and at the same time being hard on them. Being hard on them is when it comes to the job. You don't play with the job because it's work. It's the work that feeds you, that gives you what you want. So if you joke with it, how are you going to succeed? So a coach can be nice with the players off the pitch, like you said, they were outside drinking and all. Fine. Players' private lives, coaches must not interfere. There's a way to advise players to be in a good behavior. But if you see a player and then you try to stop him from what he's doing, and at the end of the day, you stop playing him, you don't play him, what are you doing to him? That will bring a conflict to the two of you. Okay. So as a coach, you focus on the business more than the players' private lives. That's why you should have players whom you can put them together as a team. And you don't build a team around one player or two players. You build a team around all your squad. So when A is not there, B can play at the same time. So when you are training them, one system goes to all of them. So when this one is coming, he knows that, okay, A is not there. A was playing like this. I'm also going to play like that. So you make sure that no player have a favor under you, the coach. You see them from bench to the first 11, all of them are the same. You give them same respect. So you can't. Why not?
I see. Well, there's a message from AB in Tema. I guess that you have addressed it already, especially from the point of view of your club. He was asking about why we're selling our players and why many of our players are being sold outside and why we can't keep them here. Well, okay. There's somebody who says, I want Paintsil's number. There's a player I want him to see. Okay. So add your name to it. Speak to our producer later on, and let's find a way of getting you, linked to John Paintsil. You're still here on the Joy Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM. We are streaming live on our Facebook wall. It's at Joy 997 FM. And so you join the conversations with all of your questions. We'll be glad to have them. So we place them before John Paintsil to answer for us. Now, this one is from Wilson in Cantonment. He says, Nathaniel Atto, you are very nice. Oh, thank you very much, boss. I don't agree with Paintsil that we have materials. What's the quality materials as compared to the big boys in Africa? A lot of players in African countries are also playing for prestigious clubs in the tough European leagues. Ghanaian players are not there, so our players have to humble themselves and not see a call-up to the Black Stars as a favor they are offering the nation. Very few skillful players, yet we even ignore them. Okay, all right, cool. He says that, we don't have many players who are playing in the leagues in Europe, so, should that be a bar of measuring quality?
Well, let me correct him there. It's not because our players are not getting chance to play in Europe. We have a lot of players there, but I have been there myself, and then I know how those situations are. You see, when the player is not playing, it doesn't mean he's sitting home or he's not training. There's something called a game called reserve leagues, which when the player is not ready to play in the week, he plays after the week. So even that one is even more competitive. You see, before I came to 2008, before I moved to Fulham, I was playing reserve league throughout the season.
I see.
But when I came to the national team, I was performing all right, and we pushed the team forward. So it's not that the boys are not pushing to get first 11. It's tough there. They are doing whatever they can, but I'm not going to sit here and then explain what is happening there. But I'm telling you that we have a good material, and we should give trust in them. We shouldn't say because he's not playing every week, every 2 weeks, so we can't call him. It's up to the coach to bring his materials, because for me, we have good materials.
Okay, now there's a message from Banana Danubian Fashion Center. He says the fear factor in the Black Stars is no longer there. We need to prepare well. Our performance in the last World Cup qualifier was extremely bad. We won only a match and so draw. Legon Cities are over and above the rest in terms of branding in Ghana football. Regards to JP4, aka Impao. All right, thank you very much. There are more messages that are coming in. This one is from Inko Joseph. He says that, please ask John Paintsil for me why Legon Cities are investing more in entertainment than their playing body, and ask whether it is true that they have made an offer for Sonny Yakuba of Asante Kotoko. Okay. But, you go ahead. You are doing the answering, so you go ahead.
If we said we are spending more on entertainment than our players, that's what I don't understand.
Exactly.
Because our players have not come out and
to
said
complain. Exactly.
So from that one, I'll correct him. The players are doing well. They are okay. They're being taken care of.
Yeah.
And also talking about the
Sonny Yakuba of
Asante player, there's no such thing. If it will come, it will come. For now, let's leave it as it stays.
Would you ever have told us, even if that was the case? In transfers, normally everybody likes to keep
why not? These days, speculations, if it will happen, it will happen. So, let's wait and see.
Okay, he says that, it's from John in Accra, your namesake. He says, good afternoon. The presence of John Paintsil reminds me of the foul on Luis Suarez, which consequently led to a free kick by Diego Forlan, which led to Uruguay's equalizer in the 2010 quarterfinals. Thanks for serving Mother Ghana, though. This is from John in Accra. Okay, that message is to you. Okay, these things, these flashbacks come to you, don't they? These flashbacks from games that you've played for the Black Stars, featuring on the big stage. I mean, this one, for instance, that he's reminding you of. You remember the circumstances?
Oh yeah, it does. Most of the time, especially when when I'm watching European League now and then I see that guy, it reminds me that day.
Yeah.
Like, how can a professional player who use his hands clear the ball on the line?
Yeah.
Which myself, I know that no African player would do that. No African player would do that. But yeah, he did it for his country and it works for him.
Yeah, just like John Mensah also did for his country with you guys when you played in the 2008 Nations Cup against Nigeria. That foul on Odemunje could have resulted in a goal. It could have changed the game.
Yeah, but that one is different. This one is on the line.
Yeah.
30 seconds to finish the game. How can he do that? You see? And that hurts a lot of fans and then we the players. I mean, it takes a lot of time, years for some of us to recover.
Yeah.
And I can't say some of us have fully recovered yet. Yeah.
You haven't recovered?
No, not at all.
Tell me this as well. I mean, you played in South Africa and you coached there as well. Tell me some of the comments that people made to you. I mean, on this particular matter of Ghana missing out on the semi-finals at the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, they still love us. I mean, there was a lot of positive comments. Like they were calling it Bagana, like they were there for us and they supported us very well. And when they see a Ghana man in South Africa, they call you Black Stars.
I see.
So the love is still there, and they really do appreciate what we gave to Africa during 2010 World Cup.
The upcoming World Cup qualifiers, your thoughts?
Yeah, we've seen the group, and it's a bit tricky one, which we need to be very careful.
South Africa is in there.
South Africa is in there. With South Africa, I'm not scared because they understand the game like we understand the game as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, talking about Ethiopia and Zimbabwe, they are the places that when you are going to play there, you need to be very, very careful because going there is not an easy task at all. Especially in Zimbabwe, when you are going to play in Zimbabwe, the fans are not like South African supporters and all. So we need to be very, very careful on those two countries.
All right. So we're still here on the Joy Sports Link. Keep the messages coming in. We will activate the phone lines in a few minutes so that we can get it going. It's 0244340437. 0244340437. You get in your messages for starts if you're not able to get through when we activate the phone line, so that you can. I mean, we're all doing this together. Remember, the Joy Sports Link is for everyone, and we all have to be involved when we're having the conversation. So 0244340437. 0244340437. Let's talk about the current, make of the backroom staff of the Black Stars team. The likes of Coach David Duncan and all of those. A good combination. What do you think? Your thoughts?
Well, I don't think I can say much about the pairing. What I understand is when we pick a head coach, you allow the head coach to bring his backroom staff. You see, so the people that he thinks that they can speak the same language with him. Because it's not a mere team that you're going to take, it's a national team. So for me, I don't know how that pairing came about. So for me, what I know is all of them are capable of handle the team together. But the relationship between them, I don't know much about it. Because it has to be a very good relationship, respect and then trust. Because as head coach and assistant coach, those things are very, very key to the nation. Because if I'm a head coach, I'm speaking 2 and you're speaking 3, it's always going to be a problem. For instance, when you're about to make the first 11, I believe that sometimes the head coach
has a picture.
Decision is big.
Yeah.
So if we make a decision and assistant coach go and speak to the another player, you were supposed to play, but I don't know why. You see, so those things in future, I will urge that we allow whoever is head to come out with his own people. Because if you are giving the job and you are giving people to work with, there's no trust in it. So if we want everything to be more professional, we allow the head coaches to bring their own people to work with. Because when he's going with everybody.
I see.
Because if you are sacking the head coach, you should sack the rest of the back room. Because if you are asking the head coach to go, then always there will be always problem. Because assistant coach, I'll think, at the end of the day, I will stay. He will go. So if he does something that I don't like it and I cannot approach him, I will do things that he will go for me to stay. So I'm not saying this thing is going to happen, but I'm saying that these things happen because I've worked with many clubs, I've played with a lot of teams, and I see them going together, and players can come to you, and even my time I did it before when I was playing West Ham. I went to assistant coach and I said, why are you guys not playing me? Always ask him to go and play reserve league. The same language the head coach Alan Kebishri tells me, the same thing that the assistant coach
was telling you.
So you see, he put me right. So there's no room to enter them. So you need such things to move on in the near future for the clubs and then the national teams. What
was it that worked for you and Steve Compella when you worked together at Kaizer Chiefs as coach and assistant?
We were very good because the man coached me a season, and what he saw in me that I'm somebody that I don't play with my time. When he said we start at 3, 2, I'm there. So 2:15, I'll start doing my own thing with the ball until the whole team comes. So somebody was monitoring me and was giving him the feedback, the information, and then he started checking that and so that it was true. Then the players started doing the same, all my colleagues. So now when he said 3, 2 o'clock, all of us are there waiting for him. So I make the job easy for him because he thinks the South African players were very, very indisciplined when it comes to training, the time, punctual and all. But me coming there, I changed a lot of things because of where I played before coming to South Africa. So, when you learn a good thing, wherever you go, you take it there, you don't hide it. So it's the same coach who asked me not to stay long on the pitch when he was leaving Maritzburg United to Kaizer Chiefs. And he said, I will work with you one day. I thought he was joking. So after one season with Maritzburg, he called me. He said he needs an assistant coach. And he wants me to retire and come and join him so we can work together. I said, okay. So like I said, before, like you are playing, before you retire, you should know the next level. So I have to come home and then hang up my boots and then go and join him. So he's like a father to me. As that now we keep talking, It's like if I don't understand something, say, my training session, everything I learned from him. And then I pick other coaches' philosophy and their system to mine. So Steve Compella is amazing father in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now this one says, wow, John, please, you have made my day. This is from Fred in Abosiokai. Fred, thank you very much. You have also made my day by listening to the show and contributing via text. There's another one that says, good afternoon, sir. Tell John that Agbala asked of him. Is it Agbala or Agbala?
Agbala.
Agbala. Okay. He says he should keep it up. Okay. Very well. Thank you very much. Your nickname is Waldo. Okay. Phone line is active. 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. Call us and tell us what your thoughts are as well as we take a look at what's happening in the Ghana Premier League with Legon Cities as a good example of branding and packaging and what it can do to push the whole agenda of selling the Ghana Premier League. Now there's a message from Ian Osewusu of Wolfpack Consult. He says at this point, Legon cities are exploiting their competitive advantage, which is the brand image. They are giving the meaning to the fact that the game on the field is a minute aspect of the complete football experience. Their game on the field will catch up with time. They are building a brand image which is vital to brand loyalty in the sports product. Okay, thank you very much, Ian, for that message. Let's do some phone calls now, shall we? And we'll go on the line and speak to our first caller. Okay, Vincent is calling from my hometown, Somanya. Vincent, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Matt. How are you?
I'm great. Good to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you very much. John, good work being done. So where is the other John Paintsil? Where is he now? And I want to say that we are fully in support of every move you people are doing. When we talk of Ghana football, you were there in the past and you make Ghana proud. We want you to come to Somanya and maybe a sort of scouting, because you have a lot of good players there who would like to join your team. Okay.
Great. Okay, it's true. Look, Thomas Pate, Joseph Atamalawe, then the list goes on and on and on. So we've got the guys, Christian Achu, they are all, Dangbe Krobo boys. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for getting back to us. And you mentioned John Paintsil. John Paintsil is doing well. He's around. I even spoke to him today, and unfortunately he's burying his mother today. I was supposed to be there, but because of our late game yesterday. So we are in touch with him. He's doing well. And also coming to your side, Kobo, to scout the players. Why not? I mean, we want good players, and as you request, definitely your request will be answered. We will be there.
Especially as it's coming from the Joy Sports link, right? Okay, so Abu is our next caller. Okay, before we go to Abu, let's just quickly check again who is there. Okay, so Ajiman from Tema. Ajiman from Tema is our next caller. Ajiman, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah. I want to ask a general question before I go to the league.
Go ahead.
I want to ask John Paintsil. I mean, I thank God you've met him on your studio, and I believe he's one of the humble players we were having in the Black Stars. I want to find out from him why Ghanaians were not able to get the Africa Cup during their time, and what was something that you should have done to get a cup. That is my first. Secondly, this league, our Ghana Premier League, though it's early, but what is it that is going on that he thinks is moving nicely for the league to be competitive? And secondly, what will he suggest should be done to improve the quality of this our league?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. He's asked like 50 questions in one. Okay, let's begin with the Black Stars and why the title has eluded us.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I mean, during our time, we did all we can to bring the trophy, but unfortunately, our time we couldn't make it to bring the trophy. But we play very good impact. We lift the flag higher to a certain level. I mean, played 3 times in the World Cup, took the country to World Cup for first time, and then also Nations Cup. I mean, we did well. So we have, put the standard, and I think the rest of the boys will continue. And very soon, we are close to bring the trophy back to Ghana. And also talking about Ghana League.
Is this a prophetic thing, or it's,
Oh, Empawum is coming, don't worry. Yeah, Ghana Premier League we are doing well because the officiating are very, very top. I mean, top class. The referees are doing very well. Like I said earlier on, when you go and play away matches before, definitely you are going to lose. But now you can go to away match and then get 3 points or 1 point. And what we can also improve in the game is, now we have the game is always been in life. We have people coming to, cover the games. So what I want them to do is, to have both posts, 2 cameras, one the other side, one the other side, so that the unwanted penalties and all, it will be much less. That's what we can improve in Ghana League.
Okay, let's go to Obi McCarthy Hill. Obi, okay, so sorry. Obi, if you're still listening, please call back. Sorry for keeping you for a while. It's 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. You know, when we hear anybody say, "Oh, the cup is coming," now people are, well, are you sure it's gonna come? I mean, what do you stand on? What information do you have that nobody else has that makes you feel that we're gonna bring the trophy back?
It's near. You see, the last two matches we played, South Africa in Cape Coast and Sao Tome, you can see that the boys are coming. You can see the desire to win matches, the condition, the spirit. And when you look at other clubs, how they are playing, they are not playing like us. So you can see we are ahead. Our time, you can see Cameroon was on top. You can see Nigerians are doing it. And then Egypt were there, Tunisia. So now when you look at other countries, for me, they are not effective than us.
I see. So the next Africa Cup of Nations could be ours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we only need to do well with the boys and motivate them. Situation whereby you start talking about the players' money, the bonuses and all. You should make sure that they get what they deserve, because you see, playing for the national team, you're also working for the government, you're working for the country. We have people who sit in the office and then receive salary every month. So if the Black Stars are coming for just 1 or 1 week to play for the country and take one-time money, I think they deserve it. We should allow that, because those small talks also get to the players and they start misbehaving and not going all out for us. So I know the big men up there are trying to do well and then change things around for them.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that you also are referring to the FA in general.
Right.
What do you make of what has been done so far, work-wise, under this new administration?
Yeah, I think they are doing very well, because every day you see different things coming. And recently, if you look at the initiative that's going to happen in the UK, if it's still coming up, Hassan Kotoko. I mean, I think it's the first time that thing is happening. You see, so it's a way of also selling our game there. When people got to know, okay, there's a place, Ghana Premier League called. You see, and also they have brought a lot of things, like when we start talking about this coaching licensing and all. It also indicates and then bring people to their mindset that you need this to carry on. Because, for instance, if I get opportunity myself, if like my situation, if I get opportunity to go and coach in Nigeria or South Africa as a head coach, what license am I going to take it? You see, so it's a good thing that they are doing, but they should make sure that when you start something, you don't stop, which I believe that, hand in hand, we all support, and no situation whereby somebody will stand somewhere and say, let's see how they will go, how they will finish it.
Yeah,
you see, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. But those kind of negative words must not be prompted around the FA, because once they have started, we should all support them, so that we will have our good game back in our country.
Believer in Tamale is our next caller. Believer, good afternoon.
Believer in Tamale is our next caller. Believer, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. Can you lower the volume on your radio set completely, because we're getting feedback and there's a bit of a delay as well.
Is it better now?
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. I think John Paintsil has been very, very superb. He has been a very formidable right back for the country. I really love his playing skills. I only want to say that congratulations to him for being so supportive to the country. But I have one question for him. When he was at West Ham, what happened before he left there? Because I was actually one of his fans. I just want to know that. And then secondly, I want to lobby for my kid brother, a very, very good striker, for his team, Lagos City, because I am a full supporter of Lagos City now. So I want to lobby for him as well. A very good striker, and I believe that he can actually push more for our team.
Okay, thank you very much, Believer in Tamale. It looks like as for this trials there, we have to organize it to Joy Sports Lagos City's trials. Yeah, there's a message here. It says that I'm so proud of JP4. I love his eloquence and understanding of the game. His other mates should learn from him. All the best, bro. This is from your namesake. He's texting from Pokwase. Okay, so you've played in Europe, and issues that affect Europe one way or the other have an effect on what happens generally around the world. So Manchester City will not feature in the European competition for the next 2 years. A big deal for Pep Guardiola as a coach, a big deal for the setup at Manchester City and the ambitions to winning that big trophy for the very first time in their history. We'll be getting on the phone line to speak to Joy Sports assisting editor Gary Al-Smith to give us a bit of an insight into this. And of course, these are discussions that we will continue with, especially as we're building up to live commentary in the UEFA Champions League in the coming weeks as well. So Abu in Zapong is our next caller. Abu, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Nat.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it is Japon.
Japon, rather. Yes, I thought as much. Thank you very much.
Let me say congratulations to John Paintsil. Everything that I would say has already been said. But he was disappointed that Chavez handled that ball right. But were you also disappointed that Asamoah collected the ball to the Apia and missed the ball? So which of them were you not recovered from? Was it the handling of the ball or the penalty that Asamoah missed, or for disrespecting Apia and collected that ball for him? Which of them were you recovered from? Thank you.
Okay. Question is direct. Go ahead.
What a question. All right. Me still not recovered is about we didn't make it to the semi-final. And talking about Apia and Jan who picked the ball, let me educate ourselves here. You see, when the team is going to play a football match, there's something called a pre-match meeting. So the pre-match meeting, that will tell you who is going to start the first 11 and who is going to be in the bench. And there's a set pieces who is responsible for set pieces like free kicks, corner kicks, and then penalty comes in. So each and every one has his own responsibility on the field. So we said our penalty kick shooter is Asamoah. So if Asamoah is on the field and there's a penalty kick, he has to go for it. It doesn't matter who is on the field with him, because it's his responsibility to take it. If there's a free kick from the left side and we say we want the in-swing, we have Muntari who has a left foot who can swing the ball in. On the right side, if we say we want outswing or in-swing, we still have another right footer. So there wasn't any fight between Jan and skipper Tornado who wants to kick it, who don't. He took the ball and gave it to Jan and said go all out and then score. So I mean,
but I guess it's that picture, the still picture of him, raising a finger at Jan and saying, I don't know what he was saying because we don't know,
No, we all know Tornado like to use his hand like that, even when he's talking to us, like motivating you.
Yeah.
There's something that is you have in you that you cannot, whether it's bad or good, that thing always comes out.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these men were there on the ground, and so these are the stories that are coming directly from source. So I hope you have your answer. Now, there's a message from Mike in East Legon. He says, JP, I like your philosophy on the investment you are making. You cannot plant today and reap the same day. I'm not so much involved in football if it's not our national teams, but the branding is killing me. Good strategy. I hope the returns will come at the right time. Legon Cities would hit it hard. My prayers are with you. Just keep moving. Okay. Amen. This is a message from Mike in East Legon. Mike, thank you very much for that message there. Now, away from all that we're discussing, we're building up towards the finish line of the show. Let me just remind all that the National Amateur Boxing team will embark on, its Olympic qualifiers, and the team will be training for the last time this afternoon. So let's keep praying for them. And also, there's a lot coming up in swimming. Remember that Ghana finally has a FINA-approved swimming pool, a world-certified, swimming pool, and there's a lot of competition expected from there. So remember that we've already spoken about the Central and West African, competition that is coming off. That will actually be an Olympic qualifier as well. But also, the Trust Sports Emporium and the Ghana Swimming Association is organizing the National Open Championship, and this will be from next weekend. Now, the championship will serve as a prelude to the selection competition for the Africa Zone 2 Swimming Championship, which will be held at the same venue from March 5th to March 7th. So let's see how all of it goes. We're going to be doing a lot of build-up to, all of these big events. So you just keep it right here. Now, okay. Now, this is a message from Anil Sabute. Anil Sabute says, really impressed by John Paintsil and his commitment to the game and how he wants to invest in the future. Especially the bit about discipline really got me excited. We need discipline in our game because the lack of discipline has always been a major tumor in the inability of the Black Stars to even progress. When is he coming to Pram Pram to scout for players? Because we have talented players who are, yet to be tested beyond the dirty and pitches they play on. Good luck to him. Okay. So as for the scouting, there, it looks like we have to organize a special Joy Sports Lagos City scouting exercise.
Very soon.
Okay, so hey, how's Queen P, by the way? Queen P is doing well.
Queen P is doing well.
Okay, yeah, that is Mrs. Paintsil. You should see that big kiss on Instagram. It's super world class. It's great to see you and your wife always go to watch the games. Was she initially a football fan before you got involved with her?
Not
or
at
you
all.
Converted her into
Not
a football
at all.
fan?
I did that.
Wow.
And now she's loving it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
City's mama.
Queen P, big shout to you. Okay, just before we wrap up the show, there's a big present from, nowadays, presents come in. Last week, Ahoma Clothing decided to make free kaftans for all of my guests in the studio. Now today, Stanbic Bank has done special customized chocolates. Remember, yesterday was World Chocolate Day. No, Ghana Chocolate Day. Or Valentine's Day, and so I'll present this full box of Ghanaian chocolates, the special Stanbic edition, to John. John, there we go. Happy chocolate weekend.
Thank you very much. I receive it. God bless you.
So thanks to you guys at Stanbic Bank. Thank you so much for that big present. John Paintsil says God bless you. So a lot of blessings. Anyway, we're wrapping it up, John. Your final comments as we wrap it up here.
Yeah. To all the supporters, Lagos cities, and to all Ghanaians, that our football is back. And let's all come together and do it well so that we can put the beautiful face and beautiful game that we all know. And so we can enjoy it together. Coming to the national team, I want all Ghanaians to open your heart and then support the country, the national team. Because we are close to win the cup, whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. So please open your heart and pray for the team and pray for the nation. Let's stay in peace and love and unity and respect so that at the end of the day, we will all be happy. I love you all. And to Queen P,
Queen P,
we have a chocolate here. Okay?
Queen P, we are coming for dinner this evening. Oh, this one is all boys.
Guys, keep listening to Joy. And I mean,
it's our 25th anniversary this year as well.
Oh wow, wow! Congratulations to Joy. And we all listen to you guys. You guys are doing well. You've been amazing. I mean, the brand is growing, and then people are looking up to you guys.
Thank you.
May you live long.
Thank you. Thank you very much. May you live long too. The voice of John Paintsil right here on the Joy Sports Link. All right, so that's how we will wrap it up here on the Joy Sports Link. Remember, so much to come. Once again, like I said, in the true spirit of sportsmanship, Congratulations to my friends from Infantipim School, from Kwesi Chum through to Lawyer Larry O2. Charlie, the list is long and endless. You see, we will speak the truth. We the Ogasco boys, we like to speak the truth. But don't worry, we will deal with you at the Science and Maths quiz. Listen to the news bulletin. You hear something, eh? But hey, I don't know how I was able to do the show today because today I lost a very good friend, someone in the industry who's done a lot of work and a lot of collaborations with the family here at Joy 99.7 FM. It was very tough coming here on air today, being very honest. It hasn't been like this for me in a very, very long time. And I'd just like to say, our hearts go out to the family of our very good friend, Crystal Banda, who was a general manager for Empire Entertainment, did a lot of collaborations with us here. Wonderful soul. But hey, look, let's look for each other. Let's love each other. Let's love each other. Thank you so much for loving us and making us relevant. Miss Dradosi is here with the Joy Headline News at 2. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.
Well, it's 2 o'clock.